Have you all again, and I think if you recall, last month we touched quite a lot on the common data model and some of the big changes we'd made, and we didn't get through all the content, so it kind of allows me a second chance to get through some of the bits we didn't touch on, and I've added a couple of bits of information that we gathered from some of our technical conferences we've had between the last session and today. So I think one of the bits I was going to touch on is just generally on the roadmap itself, specifically what's new in the fall release, for those of you that aren't familiar with it. And then we're going to go into some of the even more recent pieces of information, leveraging things like Flow and Power Apps. And then we're going to finish off on, it's just one slide, but it hints a little bit as to the current thinking around future direction of Dynamics, the investments we're making, as well as a little bit around LinkedIn and that acquisition that we made probably close to a year ago now, but only finalized in January for us. So I'll just touch on that, but hopefully give you a good idea. So we're going to blitz through some of the new investment areas, and hopefully some of them you're aware with. And as always, feel free to pop some of your questions in the questions bar, and I'll see if I can get to them and give you my take on it. But new in sales is something called Relationship Insights, which I've actually got a whole bunch of screens on, so if we have some time I'll touch on that. But that's really around taking the richness of Exchange and Dynamics 365 together. So we're using Office 365 Online and Dynamics 365 and lighting a lot of those scenarios up, so you're able to see when the best time to send people emails is, if they've opened their emails, if they've opened the attachments on the email. So even from a mobile device, whatever, you can see someone's opened the email, and now's a good time to follow up with an opportunity, or that you really want to send people an email at around 9 a.m. on a Monday because that's when you've received the best kind of open rates and so on. So really further proof that we're bringing Office 365 and Dynamics 365, closer and closer together, better than the likes of Salesforce could. And also just further proof of the value of the cloud, in that, these kind of things are so much easier to do, given that this is all in our cloud real estate. And one of the things we touched on last time was really the customer insights piece, which is another example of that. Then there's the Partner Hub, which is really just a partner portal, allowing partners to log in and work together with the company around deals and field and project services, which is quite an interesting scenario. So where there's a partner ecosystem that needs to work on the projects with your customers, for example, or even on field service scenarios as well. So lighting that up with little to no code is really a high value proposition. So check out the Partner Hub, part of our portals capability. And then there's the unified business processes. So that's just really around the designer. We'll show you some pictures of that right at the end. I think I've got a couple. But that's just a nice, easy way to visually design, where in the past it was more of a step-based process. You'll probably bear that in mind. I'm sure maybe give some feedback for those. I'm sure a lot of you guys on the calls have been using the new Unified Business Process Designers. Give me your thoughts on that. It really is powerful and easy to use. And then you also see gamification all over the place. I think we've now managed to land the gamification investment and acquisition we made. It no longer looks just like the kind of American version of the product we bought, and it lights up in service and sales scenarios as well. So if you have customers where you think customer adoption and user adoption is going to be something of a challenge, the gamification is a nice piece of kit to have in the tool bag, as typically that does help a lot with user adoption and get people competing and using the systems.